What's happening? It's Brian Rose from London Real. We are on location this week in Los Angeles, California. I kind of feel bad for the Londoners we left behind. It's snowing there, I've been told, but it's obviously not snowing here. I'm at Dana Point, California, right by the Ritz-Carlton Hotel, and it's pretty stunning here. I got surfers to the left of me and boogie boarders to the right of me, and it's been a beautiful week here. I've had a lot of fun. I shot 3 episodes out here. We met with Mr. Daniele Bolelli, who runs the Drunken Taoist podcast. He's a philosopher and a mixed martial artist. I had a crazy day with Joey Coco Diaz, and I met his sidekick, Lee Sayat, a.k.a. the Flying Jew, and I had a great 2 hours with Joey. Man, that man is a true original, to say the least, and I was just so happy that he made the time to sit down with me. And yesterday I met with Mr. Brian Callen, who is a comedian and an actor. You would have seen him in The Hangover 1 and 2, the movie Warrior. He's been on Sex and the City, NYPD Blue. I mean, the man gets around. Brian's a super intelligent guy, a libertarian. He's into his politics, into his books. I'm sure you've seen him on The Rogan Show, and it was very cool to hang out with Brian as well. So it's been a fun week. It's been good for me because it's been a nice change of perspective, just to get out of London for a while and just see how the other half lives. I mean, these Californians, I mean, I'm technically a Californian, but I haven't lived here in 10, 11 years. So it's nice to see what things are like here and just to get a fresh perspective on how people view life. They definitely live a little bit different down here. So it's been nice. And I really think you guys are going to enjoy the episodes. Today it's going to be Joey Coco Diaz. You're going to get almost 2 hours of him. This episode is not suitable for work. He is profane, in your face, dirty and disgusting. Joey talks about why he's dirty and how he doesn't mind being dirty and how he's going to continue being dirty. And he's going to demand respect until he dies. And I just love the way that Joey comes at you. So, you know, if you're used to our Harvard professors and our members of parliament, you might want to pass on Joey, but I think you should really listen to this man. He's been there and done that. He's got so many stories. He's been down and out. He was a drug user for a long time, and he's kind of conquered a lot of his demons. So please tune in. I think you can definitely learn something from Joey, and they've got the other 2 interviews that will be happening in the next week or 2. As usual, we are sponsored by the folks that make Alpha Brain. Alpha Brain is a nootropic that helps your dome work a little bit better. I take 1 a day too when I'm shooting podcasts, and you can get that from Onnit. If you go to our website, londonreal.tv, click on the banner ad, it'll take you to Onnit Labs, where you can buy Alpha Brain, Shroom Tech Sports, which has the cordyceps mushrooms, which I use to train. They got battle ropes, they got kettlebells with monkey heads on it. They've got the Hemp Force protein. They got everything there. They even got Blendtec blenders. I just made myself kind of a kale shake here, but I don't have my Blendtec or my Vitamix, so it was a little bit crunchy. So if you want to pick up that stuff, please do. You can go to the link, like I said, on our website. We are also sponsored by the folks at Audible. If you want a free Audible book and a 30-day trial, I recommend Eddie Huang, Straight Off the Boat. It's a fantastic read or listen. And if you want to get a free copy of that, go to audibletrial.com/London Real. And if you click on that, you can get a free book. So appreciate that. I hope you guys are enjoying our little journey here to LA. I really hope to be doing more of these. You know, I need to go to New York and Shanghai and all these other cities because there's so many cool people out there that just take their time getting to London. And as you know, we never do Skype shows. You know, I need these people in studio. I need to stare into their soul. Otherwise, I don't get the answers that I'm looking for, and I think you guys are looking for. So yeah, we're going to be keeping it real at London Real, and hopefully be hitting a few more locations this year. So I appreciate all your help. If you have any suggestions on guests, you know, you can hit me up at info@londonreal.tv. You can also send me a message there if you want to do some interning for us. We'd love for you to volunteer and help out. It's a lot of fun. You can learn a cool skill. And if you're listening to this, please subscribe on iTunes. And if you want to see Joey Diaz, who was looking pretty damn good on the day of the interview, come to our YouTube channel, London Real TV, and you can see both of our faces and watch us there. And that's it. I just want to say big thanks to our good friends, Errol and Naomi. They let us crash at their place in LA, which just really helped because I was driving up and used them as kind of a way station. I think I was on the road 5 hours a day. LA is crazy when it comes to traffic. So big love to them. I appreciate them having me and my family. And now I give you the unadulterated truth of Mr. Joey Coco Diaz.
London Real, one of the coolest up-and-coming podcasts.
But your tone and your volume and stuff controls that, you know, that's a great question that nobody's ever heckled Testicle Testaments. It has you. When I tell it, I grab you. I have you. You know, it's like watching a suspense television show, you know?
Is that when you do your normal comedy, do you like to have a bit of heckling? Well, then you lighten your tone? When you just do your normal stand-up, will you lighten your voice a bit to get a little bit of feedback?
Absolutely. Sorry about this.
Okay.
This fucking month.
That's right.
Yeah, it's all, your voice tone has a lot to do with whether it wants humor, whether you're being serious, whether you're being vulnerable. Your voice should contradict all that, you know?
Right. I guess that's just practice, isn't it? Do you? I think Joe was saying he hates hecklers. Would you rather not have them, or is there a place for them sometimes?
Listen, there's a thing on YouTube where I went up there and was talking to somebody. Goes, "What about the Jews?" It's like me giving you my arm. For a guy like me, a heckler is giving me your arm.
Isn't
it? It's like me hitting you, you falling, and giving you your neck. I'm just like grabbing and go backwards.
Crazy.
So it's my world.
Yeah.
I don't want to take you there. I know I can do that. Okay. That's not what people pay for. There's some people, I'm going to busting balls if you live in Boston or in New York or New Jersey. I don't want to do that, you know?
It's just cheap.
I want to just come out and tell my story. You know, stand-up is your world through your eyes. And people either go watch it or they don't.
Okay.
It's like a TV show, you know? So.
But back in the day, you used to just go out and improv and just feed off people without a plan, right?
But there is a plan. There always is a plan. I make it seem to you that there's no plan.
Right, okay.
That's what you're paying me for. To make me think. You know, when Robin Williams, I read a note once that Robin Williams was doing a special, and then everybody at HBO thought it was all improvised. They're like, oh my God. And before the show, he gave him a set list. And they're like, what's this? And he's like, you're very professional. You know, when I first started doing a podcast, I didn't know you had to write notes.
Oh, right.
And the reason why you write notes is so you have anchors. If this goes somewhere astray, you have an anchor. That's old salesman type shit. You have 10 steps to a sale. If a sale starts going back, you go back to step number 5, you know?
Right.
So, and stand-up, if you don't have a beginning, a middle, and end before you go on stage, there's a fucking problem, you know? I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna tell you that every time I go up I have a plan, because I don't. But I do. I don't, but I do. I know I have the beginning. I have the beginning covered so I could take you there. You know, even when I do a movie or something, I know if I know the first couple lines, I got you. After that, I'll get you. I'll say, well, I have 8 lines in that scene. But I know the first 3. I'll cover the last 4. Don't get me wrong. I won't know it by heart, but I'll know it, you know.
Okay.
So as long as I know my beginning, I could guide my way. I've been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah.
It's when you go up there 6 years in and you think that's going to happen. That's not going to happen. It's a nice thought. I appreciate your fucking balls, but it's not going to happen.
The time that you guys talk, when you and Joe Rogan talk about putting in comedy, it's like you talk 5, 10 years of getting up there and just eating shit in order to get good. I think people have a hard concept.
It's funny, this morning we were telling a story about somebody in Seattle that didn't like me. They just didn't like me. And that happens in life. Sometimes people just don't like other people. I didn't like her either. You know, I wouldn't invite her to my house for dinner, so I didn't like her either.
Okay.
She was a business associate.
Someone in the audience?
No.
Oh,
she
okay.
booked rooms. She booked
rooms.
comedy rooms. And one day I heard her say that she would never book me. So I wanted to see if it was true. At that time, I had been in comedy 6 years, but I already had my chunks in, you know, and what I used to do is call clubs that she would book. I would call her every Wednesday and Thursday and go, hey, do you mind if I do a guest set at your club tonight? Because she had 16 or 20 different rooms she would book, you know? And I would call her. I knew she hated me, but her getting that call from me, because most comics won't work for free, I knew that she was doing me a favor. I was fucking with her because I was working for her for free, plus I was getting what I wanted, which was a set.
Right.
It's a number under your belt. It's somebody to roll with. It's practice. That's why we do this, you know? So in the end, she's still in fucking Seattle, you know, mending sweaters, and I'm still down here in the fucking game. She thought she had me by the balls because she wasn't paying me. I wasn't thinking about the payment. I was thinking about money in the bank. That's money I'll cash in 10 years from now, you know? So when you're a stand-up, a lot of people can't take the suffering. A lot of people can't. And in any job you go into. We were talking about it this morning. What if you know, they cut your hours to 10 hours a week at your job, and you're not going to make a living? Why not do what you want to do at that point for a year or so? You're going to make the same money. You're going to be broke. I mean, at least do what you want to do, you know?
Yeah.
I love stand-up, and I've had my bouts with it where I've gotten disillusioned with it, and it was LA I was disillusioned with. It wasn't the art of stand-up.
Okay.
It was really the rules that these jerk-offs give you.
Okay.
It wasn't the rules that the stage gives you, because there's really no rules. I'm my own boss.
Is that like epitomizing the Comedy Store, where it was like, you do things this way, or is that every comedy club?
No, if I lived in Boston, my stand-up would be to make people laugh. If I lived in Boston, I would have to work every night to make people laugh. My webpage really wouldn't matter if I had a webpage. I mean, it did, but it really wouldn't be outlandish. I wouldn't worry about acting. You know, I just worry about doing stand-up. When you're here,
Yeah.
you're not worried about acting. You worry about your appearance. I've heard agents say, "You're a good-looking guy, though, a 25-year-old. You should go do stand-up." Where I come from, it's all shapes and sizes. So the stand-up game in LA is completely different than the stand-up game anywhere else in this country.
Okay.
It becomes a different animal here.
Okay.
When I go to Michigan and I get on stage in Grand Rapids or in Ishpeming, that's comedy at its purest form.
Okay.
When I'm here, I'm on stage thinking about, is there an agent? Is Warner Brothers here? You know, I have an audition tomorrow. You know, you talk to a comic that's in the business for 2 years in Michigan, and you talk to a comic that's in the business here for 2 years, ask them their priorities. The guy in Michigan's worried about his car and his oil filter and writing material. The guy here is worried about his webpage, headshots, and auditions. They're not worried about the meat. That's why I don't like when people say to me, I'm moving to LA to do stand-up. I don't want this in your mind. I want you to learn to love it first.
Okay.
Then if you love it, then you come here. This is where it becomes a profession. This is why you see why the not funny guys make a living. This is where you see that. This is where you see the people with mediocre skills hit it. Then they disappear for the rest of their life because they never did the work I put into this. So you could throw me on any stage, and even if I bomb, I'll leave there with confidence, and I'll come back and get on that horse tomorrow. Somebody who's a YouTube star or a fucking Montreal Comedy Showcase star, they come here, they do a spot at the coffee shop, CAA season, they're 25, they got a nice look, they throw them around town a couple times, then they take them to Montreal and they feed them to the fucking wolves. You could feed me to anybody. I've already done halftime at a Buffalo Sabre game. But these guys here, this becomes something else. And it confuses your mind, it confuses your soul. I know where I stand. That's why the podcast is working. That's why my stand-up is working. I put my 20 years. I slept on a floor. I know what it is to live in your fucking car. And that's what anything you do that you love, you sacrifice, you know?
Yeah.
You want to be a fucking mechanic? You're broke, you live at the fucking mechanic shop. And you wake up and there's a 68 Cutlass you got to fix, and there's 3 more in line. And then you make money, you get an apartment. But this, I think people come here and they expect the wrong thing. They come here and they give themselves a time frame. You just failed.
By giving yourself a time frame. But you're big on setting goals, and doesn't a goal need a time frame?
For growth.
Okay.
Not to cut your head off. Not to put that added pressure to you.
Okay.
Why would you, if it doesn't work in 2 years, I'm getting out of here? Anybody who knows that you could be here for 20 years and at the last minute, something pops. I read a quote once by, who's that guy that was in Fast and the Furious?
Oh, Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
You read that quote about when he moved here with 8 friends.
Yeah.
2 years later, he had 6 friends. 2 years later, he had 4 friends. 7 years later, he had no friends but a TV show. People get married. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you, as honest as I can. This is what sounds scary about my career. The only reason why I'm in LA still, I can tell you that I had persistence. I was like Richard Gere in Office and the Gentleman. I really had nowhere else to go. Where the fuck do you want me to go at 35? I was just buying time till I stabbed somebody, I busted somebody's head, or I went back to prison. You follow me? When I moved here, I was just buying time. I had a daughter in Boulder that was 10. I hated the mother, 6 or 7. She was 6 or 7 at the time. Me and the mother were at war. The reason why I left Boulder was because I knew I was going to wake up in my apartment with blood on me one day and a knife, smoking a cigarette, like Danny Angel, that Mickey Rourke. I knew I was going to go over and stab her and the boyfriend. And I said, you know what, before I do that, let me at least pursue what I've always wanted to do. And Seattle turned into something. Then Los Angeles turned into something. And then I said, I'm going to stay here. But if I stay here, I'm going to stay here on one condition. I'm going to stay here with the condition that I'm going to make somebody pay every day because I'm away from my daughter. See, I can't stand fucking LA. I can't stand fucking Boulder. I can't stand anywhere else that's not a bar corner in New Jersey where my friends are in that bar and there's an 8-ball in the fucking shower and I got a way to heist the truck. That's what I was put on this planet to do. And I've come to terms with that, and I understand that. And understanding that is the reason why I'm not in therapy. You follow me? Understanding that impulse, that if it was up to me, like I've told Lee, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do nothing, all right? I want to sit in the corner and take numbers and snort coke and bust your fucking head and drink beer and get up and do some criminal activity. That's what I was put on this earth for. But I knew if I came out here, I knew that I just stuck it out. I had nowhere else to go. So I thought I was going to come out here. Like the first month I was out here, I had beef. First fucking month. First month I had to push a guy at the comedy store. And the second month I had to borrow a gun and go get my money from a bookie on La Cienega. 2 fucking yuppies that thought that they were into bookmaking. And I had to go pick up my $1,800. So I knew
People
this.
you never met before.
I met them at the comedy store.
Okay, right.
And they thought I was like some fucking joke. Like, we'll take your action. And when I won, they're like, no. Here in LA, we can't let you roll. Like, no. Here in LA, you're going to pay me my fucking money. Today, right now. And they had the money on them.
Right.
But so I always knew that that element was always in me. That I could snap at any time and end up in jail. So I knew that I had nowhere else to go. I had nowhere else to go. I had nothing to go. I had a cocaine addiction. And I had nowhere else to go. And this was the easiest scenario I could choose from. Live on a couch, you know, go to the comedy store, borrow $20 and snort blow and get my dick sucked. This was the easiest path to kill my life away. But then the time I was investing in it started to pay off. You follow me? The acting classes, the sets at 2 in the morning. Because with all that blow and alcohol came my aggressiveness to do sets, to become the best comic I could become. I didn't see the payoff then. But in 2001 and 2, those 5 years here started showing. Now it's 2003 and I book a Mad TV. And I book a TV series and it gets canceled. And I book a few movies. So now I'm starting to believe what I had anticipated those earlier years. That I'm going to try this and I'm not good enough to be in the movies. But I could maybe be an extra.
So you did have a bit of a game plan, because you said you could have gone anywhere, but you go to the pinnacle of comedy. Like, I read your bio, Joey, and it's like every turn, every few years, you seem to be one step away from the grave or going back to prison. But then, like, you seem to find your path, and like, I don't think it's luck anymore. I think there's something going on in your subconscious, because you could have gone anywhere, but you go to ultimately test yourself at probably the pinnacle of comedy in LA. So is there something working on in the back of your brain, do you think, that's pushing you? Because you could have gone to Reno and done a one-night-a-week stand-up and really gone nowhere.
You know, it's funny because I'm writing a book, and I didn't know what the topic of the book was or what the hidden meaning of the book was. And the hidden meaning is the question you're asking for. You know, I had so much shit going on when I was younger, but there was 3 things that really fucked with me. Basketball. Not making it as a professional basketball player. That was number 1. Okay. And I gave up after I had my first bump in the road. You follow me?
Yeah.
Like when I did karate as a kid, I would go to contests and take third place in fighting. Then the next week, I would take a second place, you know, and there was growth. With basketball, I set a goal, and when I didn't hit that goal, I was done. I turned right to drugs. It was at a crucial time in my life.
High school basketball?
Yeah, freshman year, and that was terrifying on me. The death of my mother was bad, but not really. My stepfather and me battled it out so much, and he held this money from me. He held this money from me that belonged to me, and it was all I thought about. And it had me making bad decisions, and one day I said, you know what? Fuck the money. If the money's coming to me, I'm gonna go out there and get it on my own. Then the third thing was I came out here in '84 to get help from my uncle, my mother's brother, who I loved and trusted.
Right.
And he just destroyed me. He told me things that I didn't know and I wasn't supposed to know. And on top of that, he told me that, you know, I was gonna be a failure, that it was in my genes, that I was a criminal. And I bought into it for years. And one day, one day, I wanted to prove him wrong. So I wanted to correct the basketball thing of me giving up after the first obstacle in my life. I wanted to get the money that had owed to me from life. It's like that saying, if somebody loves you, let it go, and if it comes back, it's meant to be. If not, then I die, and I wanted to prove my uncle wrong. And even though, but I kept those tendencies in mind. Some people would put on a pair of glasses and make believe they're intelligent and try to avoid their criminal whatever. I took this criminal I had in me and made it work for me. I took the criminal that I had in me. I tweet and my Facebooks are a business to me. And it's the same way as selling coke. It was a business to me. There's a reason why you do it. There's a you know, for some people it's partying and seeing their friends and ha ha ha. No, for me it was a business. When you came to me and gave me that ear beating about how your dad molested you, can I tell you, I didn't give a fuck. I just knew that for every 10 minutes I listened to that ear beating, I was pulling another 100 out of your pocket. Come on, tell me more about your mother, how she stuck a finger up your ear. Yeah. Oh, what a shame. Really? Oh, you want another gram of blow? Here you go. I don't give a fuck, you know? And that's what I did. I knew I was always going to be a criminal. And I knew the things I had done and I could do them again. So why keep doing them? Why not take that type of energy? Because what do you think these movies people are? We think they're better than you and me. These people cheat on their wives, they do drugs. They're the same as you and me. The only thing is I know I do it. And I look at myself in the mirror and I go, fuck it, let's go get more. These motherfuckers make believe that was a different me. No, it's you creepy motherfucker. But what you do is you go to therapy and try to avoid that. No, deal with it. It's an animal inside you. So in my thing, when I get up in the morning, that somebody's gonna fucking pay today. Somebody's gonna suck my dick today. If you don't leave your house with that attitude, go back to bed, you know. But in the back of my mind, those are the three things that have kept me doing what I do at 50. Lee knows. We've been together for 2 years.
Yeah.
He knows that, you know, it's great. But it's a business.
Do you still hate this town?
I hate what it represents, and I hate what it does to people. And I think when people realize I don't hate it or love it because I understand it now. I know the power, I know the allure, and once you know all those things, it makes your life easier. Is this the town I want to raise my children in this shit? No. I don't want my daughter coming home and saying, some little girl's dad is on an NBC show, and she says that her daddy is better than your daddy. Not at all. I don't want my kid in that world, you know. I don't want, you know, you go to an audition, you see a 4-year-old girl with headshots all over the floor looking at headshots. That's not what a 4-year-old girl is supposed to be doing.
Yeah, that's scary.
You know, so that's, you know, when my wife had the baby, this was good for me. Again, I'm a piece of shit. Is it what I want for my baby? You know, do I want people talking to my child that don't look in her eyes? And I don't want my kid to be around that. I want my kid to have a regular community life with people. This is nothing for them. This is not what builds character. Your dad being on TV is not what builds character. What fucks the neighbor and the house sitter and has a baby with the house sitter. I mean, you think about the Arnold Schwarzenegger thing.
Yeah.
He was a governor. Okay? If anybody else was to do this, they go to jail for 80 fucking years. But it was Arnold, and we accepted. Really? Just like that. Just like that. That's the society here.
Yeah.
That's not New York or Ohio or Michigan, where the values are a little. People sell their soul here for a TV show, so they could smoke a cigarette in public and for a paparazzi to follow. You know, you ever go to court? You ever been in trouble? Where do you live?
I live in London now. I'm from San Diego.
Oh, you ever been in trouble? You ever go to court?
Not in court.
You ever go
no.
to court? You ever been late to court? They put a warrant out for your arrest.
Okay.
Isn't Lindsay Lohan late for court every other time, 40 minutes?
All right.
We live in a fake land.
Just exceptions to the rules.
This is fake. This is fake. I've always been surprised where when I go on Yahoo, this is me, and this is me talking to you. I've always been very surprised when I go on Yahoo and I see, follow Kim Kardashian's day. But there's a surgeon somewhere who just saved a little boy from cancer. And nobody's mentioning this guy. This is what our priorities have become in this country, that we're worried about what Kim Kardashian is worrying. Or if the King of England and his fucking daughter, Pippa, gives a fuck. Gives a fuck about fucking Pippa. What the fuck is going on in this fucking people? But, you know, that's what kills me. That we give light to Angelina Jolie, okay, was going to do a movie. Now, I ain't mad at Angelina, but I want you to think about what just happened. He was engaged. Was he not engaged to Jennifer Aniston?
They were married, weren't they?
Were they married?
Yeah. They were
He
married.
went to do a movie. That motherfucker never came back.
Uh-huh.
Never came back. And came back with Angelina and 7 adopted kids. And everybody still pays for tickets to see him. Like, what happened to the character in this country? What happened to the... Fuck that dude. If I pay the $20, I'm supporting that movement. I have nothing against Brad Pitt. I have nothing against nobody getting their dick sucked. But do you understand what just happened? This woman went and stole somebody's husband. She's the biggest celebrity in the world today. And she's opening up orphanages and, you know, blind kids are playing the drums and everybody's having a good time. But she stole somebody's husband. Marriage used to be a sacred thing in this country. It was sacred.
So we let it slide for our stars.
We let it slide for
And you're in the town that builds them. It's definitely weird being here. I mean, I'm in London, and it's not a media town. So, you know, not everybody is trying to make it in media. Not everyone's trying to do a podcast. And so it's got a relaxed feel to it. You know, Ice-T used to say he likes New Jersey because you meet a guy, and he's a plumber. He's like, I'm a plumber. I'm not writing a screenplay. And that's why he likes hanging out in Jersey.
Ice-T lives in North Bergen, New Jersey,
Does
where
he?
I'm from.
Oh, is that where he's from?
That's where I'm from. No, that's where he lives.
That's where he lives.
He
Oh,
lives at
okay.
the Galaxy Towers where I used to work there as a maintenance man.
Really?
I used to rob the apartments part-time and shit.
He says, another thing Ice-T says, he says, get the legit con. That's what he says. He's like, that's what I did. He's like, I used to do a con, I used to be a hustler, now I've got the legit hustle. You know, he does Law and Order, but for him it's a hustle. It's just, now he's getting paid.
It's amazing when you take your energies from what I learned as a criminal to the energies from what I learned in acting and stand-up. What I learned the last 3 years on Twitter is completely different. Now, you got to remember, I have 3 years of a degree in economics.
Is it Boulder?
And I had to change when I got the felony because I had to switch because I thought I was going to go to New York and work as a stock analyst.
Okay.
I had buddies who were in New York, so they were like, come on over, we'll get you a gig, get your degree, you got no felonies. Once I got the felony, I had to switch everything.
Okay.
But I'm a numbers guy. I know in my mind, if you have 90,000 Twitters followers and you tweet this, if you put an album out, 8% are gonna buy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a numbers guy.
Okay.
So all that's going on right now is my fucking ballpark. How to entice, you know, Twitter is a thing that's 140 characters long. If you want to describe with your Twitter that you want to go to the park, be my guest. I'm going to tell you on Twitter, I want to eat Obama's wife's pussy right now. I'm in the mood for some black twat. You know what I'm saying? What's going to get more retweets? The Obama pussy. Right. I was talking to Joe one day, and Joe was telling somebody that this is a couple of years ago. We were at dinner, and Joe's like, you know what the weirdest thing about Twitter is? He goes, if you put on there something intelligent, like a meteor is about to hit Russia, 20 people will respond for you. Put on there that you just ate somebody's ass and she farted in your mouth. 1,000 people retweet you and say, we love you, keep farting, you know, brush your teeth, you know what I'm saying?
You could have been the next Bertie Madoff then, maybe. So I used to be in finance, and that is the ultimate legit hustle, I'm telling you.
That's it.
So you're 1 year away from basically...
And I was going to be an international finance because I could speak Spanish. That was what the plan was with these guys.
Probably would have been a billionaire by now.
Well, I would have been in jail.
Yeah, one of the two. But it would have been a different kind of jail.
No, jail is still fucking jail. Even with your millions, man. You know, nobody... I like when people always say, well, you know, it's Fed time. You know what? You still don't spend time with your family. You still don't hug your family. You still, people control your life. That's what jail is. When I come into your room, kick your bed and go, get up, bitch.
That was the worst part, you said, getting your bed kicked, right? Yeah,
Getting your bed kicked. Yeah. Somebody controlling your life as a man. Because when you're 14, you don't know better. You think that your dad's going to be there forever. But now you're a grown fucking man. Let's say you're 24. That's one thing. Let's say you're 50. And you're a millionaire. Because there's always one cop that's not in the take. He's going to come in and say, you fucking motherfucker. If it was up to me, I'd burn your ass. You fucking stole millions from people. You know, whatever. I'm just saying, but it's amazing that there's no easy time. You could do time without even going to jail.
Yeah, you guys were talking about that, doing time in your head.
Mind, yeah.
I've done time in my head.
Yeah, we've all have.
Yeah.
You know, something goes bad, a girlfriend dumps us, we go bad for a year. You know, next thing you know, we're at massage parlors, letting fucking Asian chicks lick our nuts. Something you've never done before, you know, something that's out of character.
Do you think, I mean, you're a hustler. Do you think America stopped making hustlers? I mean...
The hustle got taken away from America.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
The low-end hustle. The low-end hustle. In a perfect world, a single guy like Lee, fucking butt. A single guy like me, Lee, is a 25-year-old young man. If his car payment is $200, his insurance is $100 a month. If he lives with his buddy, his rent should be $6, right? Yeah, his grocery bill should be $100 a week. What's that come out to? $1,200, $1,300. That's a real world. Okay, $200 a month to drink, movies. Lee don't do much. If Lee loses his job and he needs $1,300 a week, in 1982, he comes see a guy like me and I give him 100 Quaaludes, which will cost him $200. He could sell them for $4. He's gonna make $200. He don't take Quaaludes, but all he has to do is go to that coffee shop and get a table at the corner with his 100 Quaaludes, and he'll sell 70 a day for 2 or 3 days. 70 Quaaludes a day, that means you're moving 100 every 2 days. 6 days, you make $600. You didn't do nothing. You didn't do nothing, you know. You could load a truck in my day. You go to, and that's legit. You do paperwork and they pay you $17.50 an hour. You load a truck once a week plus overtime, you make $300. You do that once a week, that's $1,200. The 6 you make from me a week is another 18. That's $3,000. This guy's not going to go on unemployment. He's not going to rob. He didn't do nothing. He just sat at a place every day for 3 days, which he's going to do anyway with his fat ass. He's going to go over there every day and talk Boston Red Sox. That's what guys do. That's what guys do when they're unemployed.
Right. What's that?
That's the hustle. In the old days, if you had a credit card, if it was stolen, if you spent under $50, they wouldn't run it. They couldn't run it.
Yeah.
A regular guy could eat Chinese food every day with that same fucking card until they caught him. There was just, the hustles have been, when I went to high school, I couldn't work, so I sold mescaline and Black Beauties. I picked up mescaline for $90 for $100. I sold them for $3. That's $210. All I needed was my buddies and 10 girls playing hooky, and I made my nut for the day. I'd sell 100 of them. The hustler mentality, you know, a 10-year-old boy 20 years ago needed money, and you get a paper route.
Yeah.
Go ahead, go find me a fucking paper route today.
Yeah, but
no more paper route.
Is that happening these days? I mean, I get these kids that volunteer, they want to help out London Rio, and I'm like, all right, this is what you got to do. You got to do this, and they start off whining. They start off this and that. I mean, like, you know, with Lee, I think you find an exception. I mean, Lee's dedicated. He works hard and all that stuff. But I don't find these 20-something-year-olds anymore that want to pay their dues.
The best line, everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. I've met in the last 3 years since the podcast, I've probably met 6 leads that have contacted me and said, this is what we want to do. And I've met with like 4 of them, and I'm like, how are you? The one guy before Lee will not talk to me because I had him do headshots. He came to me, he goes, I want to do headshots, I need help. Take the headshots. I gave him $200, I couldn't use any headshots. These things were atrocious. These things were, it was something that, and I go, all right, come up and make some videos. He made videos, he didn't cut them, and he put them all together. So he shot 4 videos, but they were all one big fucking video. And I'm like, so he contacted me one day, and I go, this is what you need to do, bro. Do what Lee's doing, 100 a week. We'll do some videos, get started, and we'll take it from there. Oh, I don't know, man. I want to make a movie. All right, what do you want to do? Shoot Machete 2. You think they're going to give you a fucking script and just shoot it? You got to earn it. This guy didn't want to do it. And, bro, L.A. is a town I've met. I was trying to write a one-man show. Testicle Testaments in its purest form.
Yeah.
I had 2 writing partners on Testicle Testament. Okay. One girl, I shot a movie for her, and she asked me if she could do it right with me. I said, absolutely. She disappeared one day. Just disappeared. Called me from Seattle. Me and my wife are having problems, me and my husband. We had a meeting on Thursday. Everybody in this town wants 2 or 3 meetings. If it's not going nowhere, we're done. I can't tell you how many people are probably gone that I've had contact with. That this just isn't for them. This isn't for everybody. On paper, this is great. How about all the 21-year-olds that come here fresh from college with their dad's credit card to learn how to be a Saturday Night Live guy? Yeah. Because they all want to be Saturday Night Live guys. Look at all those fucking momos. And they get run through Hollywood. Oh, they leave here shell-shocked for fucking life. It takes them 10 years to get through the emotional beat, and they get down the fucking hill. Between IQ, what's that? All the talent, all the improv companies and shit, they ask you for money every time you turn around, my friend. And the people who are teaching that shit are fucking horrendously bad. Okay. They're fucking horrendously bad. Horrendous with a capital H. They don't have the experience that I've had. You know, listen, I got into comedy in '91. I started in comedy as a host at a steakhouse that had a steak special on Tuesday nights. That means that while they were biting into the steak, this fucking shoe leather that they paid $10 for, because it came with like a brown lobster tail and a fucking baked potato, and they got a free comedy ticket. Your goal wasn't to get them to laugh. Your goal was for them to pick their fucking head up when you were eating. If they would pick their head up, I did my job. Laughing, that's a different fucking story. All I wanted them was to pick their fucking heads up and look. That's how I started. While everybody else started the Comedy Works and got their 3 minutes. Wasn't I talking to you about karaoke? Yeah, this morning. I used to have to double at karaoke's. So I would go to karaoke, sing 2 songs, get the host comfortable, and then go up there for the 3rd song, take the microphone, and do like 3 minutes of material. And he'd say, stop the cursing. We're Christians. Get the fuck out of here. But I'd work the joke. I tried the joke. I started in Boulder with a bunch of fucking hippies, my friend. I couldn't go up there telling jokes about fucking people in the ass and stabbing hookers. That wasn't going to fly then. You follow me?
Why do people say that you're too dirty? Is that an American thing? Is it a Puritan thing? I mean, you talk about all this stuff on stage that everyone's doing on their own time.
It's just a knock.
Is it because they see you and they're like, he's not like me?
It's a knock. Listen, 10 years ago, I showcased for a CBS show called 2.5 Men.
Yeah.
They were looking for characters, and they showcased a bunch of people at the Laugh Factory. I called my manager at the time, and I said, what'd they say? They said you were too dirty. Have you watched 2.5 Men? Have you ever watched that show?
The innuendos they put over that kid.
It's amazing. It's amazing. So, you're only as dirty. I knew a chick 10 years ago. Her name was Marilyn Martinez. This chick was a funny, fat chick. Funny and dirty. Well, one night, I see a white chick at the store, not doing her jokes, but doing the same type of jokes. She's a millionaire today. Her name is Lisa Lampanelli. So Marilyn was a Mexican chick with this crazy style, fat, talking about sucking Filipino dick, how she would roll in her mouth like a gumball and shit. And I saw Lisa Lampanelli doing the same material. Lisa Lampanelli is on Iron. Lisa Lampanelli, they'll put her on fucking ABC if they could. What works for Joey doesn't work for him, doesn't work for You know, if 20 of these comics that are running around today, we got the longest yard
Yeah.
with Tracy Morgan and Adam Sandler and all these stars,
Yeah.
they would have had billboards for them. When I got it, it was like, oh yeah, okay. Because everybody has different standards in this town. Me and Lee have a podcast. I'm a non-star. I'm not on no radio shows. I'm not on Adam Carolla, none of those motherfuckers. I haven't been on Rogan in 3 months. We hold tight on number 40. You know, Penn Jillette we ran with and all those fucking morons we ran with. Because what we're saying, people buy into. They know what we're getting. We're fucking funny. But if they don't want to give me the credit, that's fine. I'll just keep ramming it up your fucking ass. Makes no difference to me. I'm still here ramming it up your fucking ass while you're at home saying he's too dirty. And you know what? Every year I get funnier and my composure gets better.
Yeah.
And I become a better writer and I get thinner and I, you know.
And you get
so
more
every
fans.
year, what you keep saying, I'm dirty. Oh, he's too dirty. I'm fucking your mother up the ass. So keep saying how I'm dirty. Keep it up. It makes no difference to me.
Do you want to be on the Carolla show? Do you want to have the billboard?
No.
But it is something you see in your mind as a metric. Like I'm not there.
No. It's not that I'm not there. It's that they don't want me.
Okay.
If they wanted me, they could be there. And once you accept that in your life, that there's places you belong or there's places you don't belong, don't beat yourself over it. You just have to make your place the place where to be. And then you control your place. And you can say, you know what? I don't want you in my neighborhood either. Remember you didn't want me in your neighborhood? I was a Cuban. I was too dirty. Remember I was too dirty?
Yeah.
Why do you want to talk to me now? Go fuck your mother. Yeah, that's too dirty right there.
Yeah. But now your fans are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and your material hasn't really changed. You're still the same you. So people are accepting. I mean, the church, what's happening in the fan base, I mean, they know you.
Listen, man,
that's
half
big.
these fucking people that are talking are full of shit. Half the podcasts you watch, I know half those people. They're full of shit. They're full of shit.
Was it an act they're putting on? Or
That's
what?
it. It's an act. They know what you want to hear. I don't give a fuck what you want to hear. It makes no difference to me because you don't pay my fucking rent. And you've never liked me before. So if I change, I'm gonna appease to you. There's times before I go on stage, I beat myself up because I'm insecure. We all are. I'm more insecure than the next guy. And I think to myself, they don't want to hear dirty material tonight. And I think about what happens if you tell Red Fox that? You know? I'm dirty. I'm not ever going to be anything else. I've never, when people contact me and go, hey, have you ever put a set for the Tonight Show? No. I don't even see myself there. I don't want to be somewhere I don't belong. I'm a dirty comic. No. But if you put a set together, that's fine. I know he wouldn't like me as a human being, and I don't like him. So why waste each other's time? You know what I'm saying? I think that's what people are starting to buy more. People are starting to buy the realism. People are starting to buy that they see what I've done. They see that I've done this with no help. In their minds, they're like, well, Rogan helped you. Rogan gave me a light. Rogan didn't put me in Spider-Man 2. Rogan don't write my fucking jokes. Rogan doesn't return emails for me. Rogan doesn't get up at 6 and twit people for me. These are things I've done.
Yeah.
You follow me? I have no big manager. I have no big agency. I have a booking agent that I just got after 15 years here. You know, nobody talks to me. I don't go to festivals, and I'm not whining about this. But you asked me in the beginning, what makes me stronger? This is what I feed on. Because at the end, they're all going to suck my dick. That's it. That's it. The same way my father had to with his stepmoney, my uncle. You know, when I contacted, well, the story was in '84, I tried to rob my uncle. We got into such an escalation, I pulled the gun out on him. And he told me I was never going to mount anything until it was in my jeans. This is my mother's brother. This is my mother's brother. And I got to be honest with you, man. For 8 years, I knew that once I knew my time was limited, I was going to come out here and shoot him. I did know that. I did know that. I did know that. When I moved to LA, I wouldn't even look in the yellow pages to see if he was still here. Because I knew if I had a bad day, I was going to get in the car and go down and just put a bullet in his fucking head. But then I started thinking about what I preach. It's taking responsibility. He told me the truth. He told me who I was, which 95% of us don't want to know who we are, and 98% of us are never going to accept it. You know, we're never going to accept it. Look at my haircut. It's from 1980. This is you don't see any tattoos on me? You see any earrings or beards? Or I'm trying to be cool with a wool hat on. You know, it's 90 degrees, but we got a wool hat on because my ears get cold. I'm me. I'm going to always be me. With this face, I'm going to always be me. Nothing's going to change. I don't need tattoos or to smoke weed or none of this shit that these LA people do. because they're trying to be with you. I don't care if you follow me or not. Nobody's ever followed me before. I didn't have fans. I never had fucking fans, bro. I remember getting The Longest Yard and doing comedy shows after The Longest Yard and walking in and having Adam Sandler fans there hugging me. And on the way out, they wouldn't even touch me. They would keep, like you could see, they would keep a distance from me. Like when they'd walk around me, like I'd be at the door saying goodbye, thank you for coming to the show.
Yeah.
Would it hurt my feelings? No, because I knew that I wasn't their cup of tea. But between you and me, would I hang out with them? No, I would never hang out with these people. I wouldn't go to one of their fucking barbecues. But I know that going in. And that's what a lot of people don't know, but people are catching on. That this guy says shit that either he's crazy, he's retarded, or he's just that honest. I'm just that honest, because I don't give a fuck.
You said you like it when people don't like you.
Oh, I love it.
Can you explain what you mean by that?
I love it. I love it because
I'm trying to adopt that mentality
Here's
myself.
the deal. I got like 3 situations. I know it. Well, look, Lee, you juiced last week. I need to lose some weight. But I can never juice because I don't like the taste. I just don't like the fucking taste, you know? That's what makes us special. That we all can't like Saturday Night Live. We just can't. We all can't like chocolate. We don't like eating ass.
Not
We
yet.
would never eat a pussy from behind and sniff that fucking asshole and aroma it. Because you don't know what it's like to sniff an asshole like it's a steak with onions. You know what I'm saying? Like this, and your dick's getting hard, your fucking hips are moving. That's another part of life. You're too young for that shit.
You're still young. You could change
You're still
your
young.
mind.
We could change them, but some people don't like it. Some people like getting their dick sucked. Some people like cornflakes. People are not going to like me, and people are not going to like you, and people are not going to like Lee, you know? And I understand that. It's the people that don't like me for something, you know, like especially when it comes to stand-up. Those are the ones you just give me fuel to do what I best do. You know, my favorite movie of all time, I have like 3 of them, but it's got to be Man on Fire, Death Wish, Death Hunt, you know. Anything, Enter the Chinese Connection, anything when you're sticking up for somebody or avenging somebody or avenging yourself or getting your revenge. Not by killing somebody. I get my revenge by people laughing. I get my biggest revenge, brother? By me still being here. At 50, me still being here. That kills people. You know, when I did that pizza commercial, that's an Italian commercial. I'm Cuban. All those Italian guys that watch that commercial, they boil inside. What are they going to do when they see me as De Niro's boxing trainer in this next movie? What are they going to do? So that's what makes my dick hard. I don't care about the money or being, just the fact that I'm not a theatrical trainer. I never did theater in New York, nothing. I know these people that talk to you and they quote Stanislavski and here I quote my fucking balls, but I'm next to De Niro. I just shot 16s with De Niro. I'm a fat ex-felon, not handsome, from the comedy
you're a
store.
little handsome.
Not handsome. You know, I know this going in, but I had the balls to go into that audition and say, I don't give a fuck. De Niro could suck my dick too. And that's, if you're not going into auditions and into life with that attitude, that's why it's not working probably. But that's my biggest revenge, is that I'm still here banging out in LA. And I get on a stage and I fuck it up and they gotta shake their heads and go, this motherfucker, this fucking miserable fuck has still not dropped dead. You know?
Are there really Joey haters out there?
Oh, and I love them all. Oh.
It's definitely less.
I guess I got no agents. I don't go on Opie and Anthony. I don't get invited to do no tours. I don't get invited to do anything. And I like it like
How
that.
come Mark Maron hasn't had you on? Has he invited you?
The funniest thing.
Ari was on the other day, and I was like, okay, he's inviting Ari.
The funniest.
No, it's fine.
The funniest thing in the world is that somebody told him last week. Somebody hit him up about 2 weeks ago and said, hey, Mark, when are you going to have Joe Diaz on? About a year ago, somebody hit him and he put back that he doesn't think I like him.
Okay.
And then about 3 weeks ago, somebody bothered him again, and we actually talked.
Okay.
And he said, I'll have you on. I'll have my assistant Sam call you. That was 3 weeks ago.
Would you go? That was my next
If he
question.
contacted me, absolutely.
Okay.
I know Mark a long time.
Okay.
I know Mark when he was a fucking filthy junkie, you know. And that's why I don't understand, like, people don't want people to remember that. You know, this is a town that I remember coming here and doing Blow with somebody like a 98, a celebrity or a casting director. And I remember seeing that person weeks later and how they avoided me because I seen their real side.
Okay.
I seen what they were really about. That's the last thing they want, is for it to get out.
Right.
So,
'cause that can kill careers in this town, right? Or people think it will, right?
you know, man, the best thing in this town in a way is just to go to your acting class, pay attention to what's going on, and keep to yourself, right? You know, believe in yourself, you know. Like I told Lee 3 years ago, I was ready to quit. I moved up here in 2009, 2010. By May of 2010, I was ready to fucking quit. I went and did paperwork at a car dealer. I took the piss test.
3 years ago.
3 years ago, and I really wanted to just do movies. I was going to do stand-up locally, and I wasn't going to travel anymore. Then the podcast bug came on, and I started a podcast with Felicia.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like a last resort thing. It was more of a, let's try it. You know, I remember when I first got here, everything to me then was a last resort thing. If I didn't get a movie, I would be cracked for a month. And then I started realizing that these things don't change your life. You have to change your life. Look at this fucking pig. It's what you do with your, look at that fucking piglet. A pussy must smell like a fucking gyro. It's not what you do with, it's not getting the movie, it's what you do with it. So like I wouldn't get the sequel to Get Shorty and I would crack. And then the movie would come out and I would bomb. And I'd go, see? I was fucking right. You know? Nothing happened. And here I was all worried about nothing.
Okay.
So now I have an attitude where if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. If not, I'm still covering the spread. I'm still doing my podcast. I'm still writing.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get, you know, I don't depend on my agent. I'm my best agent.
Okay.
If he wants to get on board, then get on board. If not, I got this cocksucker.
You mentioned Felicia, and I started listening to Beauty and the Beast a long time ago, and I know you guys are still pretty close. I think you're godfather to one of her children.
Right, no, she was going to be the godmother to one of my
Okay.
children. Everything changed.
Okay. Oh, yeah, well, I've kind of parted ways with my co-host recently, and people ask why, and I'm like, well, sometimes it has to happen. And I was just wondering, you left Beauty and the Beast, you guys split up. Do you still talk? How did all that happen? And the church, was that always in the back of your mind when you were on the Beast? It felt like 60% of Joey sometimes on that show, and the greatest parts of Beauty and the Beast were when you were yourself, but sometimes you were listening to the guest, and that's my call.
You know, Beauty and the Beast was an idea we had to it was the opposites. It was me and her, and it was opposites.
Yeah.
I always like to do what people don't expect you to do. You know, I expect Joey to do Blow and to bomb, and when you do something different, they don't expect you to do that. And I did the podcast for a while. We changed formats because I always believe in growth.
It was just the two of you, and then you got guests.
It was two of us to let people know who we were.
Right.
And then we started getting guests. Once we ran out of stories, or we started getting guests, and I love Felicia. She was a great lady. She's an old school comic. She's a professional. But I couldn't get my point across.
Yeah.
I really couldn't get my point across. Whenever I did Joe Rogan's podcast, I come home and I'd have people making T-shirts from some stupid saying I had said. In a year and a half with Felicia, that never happened. We were doing the podcast once a week. I knew I had to branch out. Felicia has, 2 children, stand up, she dates, she has a big social life, you know. Me, I don't want to be social. I don't want to see none of these motherfuckers. Unless I'm picking up an envelope, I don't want to see these motherfuckers, you know. I'm not one to go to a wine. I don't like driving in traffic. So I got a wife, I got a kid at the house. But even before I had the kid, my wife gets home at 5:30. You know, my rule, when I first started dating Terry, I started dating Terry in 98. And from 98 to 2004, I never seen that girl. Her birthday's on the 29th. This is what I did. This is what I do. These people that call you and say to you, you know, nothing's going on for me. And you're like, what are you doing this weekend? Well, my sister's getting married. There was no weddings in my life, guy. There was nothing. When you do this, this is what you fucking do. You become a comic to tell motherfuckers, no, I can't go to your stupid wedding. I'm working Saturday. Because I know going to a wedding and getting away from here, there was no vacations for me. When I do something, I fucking do it. When I do something, it's in my bones. This is what you do. And if you tackle projects without that ambition and that attitude and that enthusiasm, here it's not going to work. Because enthusiasm sells everything. I see the enthusiasm sell shows in a room, you know. So Lee came into my life and he kept bugging me about a morning podcast. I get up early, so I can go on Twitter and fuck around anyway. Hey, suck my dick. Right. And I figured I had these people. I had these people at home. I started looking around. Nobody was doing a fucking morning podcast, which blew my mind.
Yeah.
Nobody was willing to get up at 5 and talk shit for an hour and a half. And, you know,
like radio style, too,
like
isn't
radio
it?
style, but I didn't want it to be, you know, my whole point was that I watch the news in the morning for traffic, and I hear about child molesters and teachers and all this shit. And then at 10 to 7, they tell you a story about a kid who got hit by a car, but today he's a sprinter with a metal leg, and you get emotional. I don't want to hear that 50 minutes of nightmares. And that's what I want to do with the podcast. I want to talk about letting motherfuckers know that they can get locked up and come out and do something with their lives. I want motherfuckers to know that there are addictions in life, and we get hit with them. And it's a reality. You're not an asshole because you got addicted to cheeseburgers or strippers. It happens. It was just one of the pitfalls. And you can recover. I want people to know that you could be 50 and get a movie with fucking De Niro, regardless of what your mother tells you, your father, your fucking stupid friends tell you. You know, I want to let people know that you have an option. Don't let somebody tell you to do what you... No, you have an option. And you do it your way, like Sinatra. And fuck it, you did it. It's better than not doing anything. It's better than sitting there at home going, no, I'll never be a good stand-up. No, I sat there for years and said, I'll never be in a movie. When I came out here, I'm telling you, I thought if I would be an extra, that would be great. Like if I was an extra in a TV show, that was huge for me. You know, that's the shit I pre-approved in my head, that these are the things I could do. I could do anything you fucking want. And if I could do it, I want to let people know they could do it. Fuck these dumb motherfuckers with their smart talk and their glasses trying to be swarmy. They can't stop you. They can't stop me. They're going to have to shoot me with a bazooka. You do know that, right?
I do.
They're going to have to, one of these podcast people is eventually going to have to shoot me with a fucking bazooka. Because cigarettes, they can't stop me. I don't give a fuck.
So the podcast is about letting people know that. Every time podcast, you're like, go out there, do something, go stab somebody.
Do something. It's better than sitting on the couch telling yourself you can't do nothing.
Right.
Felicia is a different head. I remember the first time we invited Felicia over to come and watch the church. She came over at 6 in the morning, and I seen her that night, and she looked me straight in the face. She goes, I couldn't be a part of that. She goes, now I know why you want to do that.
Okay.
And I think that after she saw the success of that, and
did you want her to be a part of it at first?
No.
No.
I knew that.
But you wanted to see it.
That part of me was just not going anywhere.
Yeah.
The podcast, now, at first when it ended, I was depressed, but now I look at it as a great stepping stone. It taught me what to do and what not to do with church, how to do certain things, you know. So I don't look at it as a bad thing. No, we don't talk anymore. I think it was difficult for her. It was difficult for me, you know. I had to say how I felt. And the thing with Beauty and the Beast was I felt in my heart it was a great podcast, okay? And I felt in my heart that we should have been doing a lot better than a lot of other podcasts. It fucking irritated me. It got under my skin that we were number 180 and these fucking idiots were number 18.
Okay.
And I couldn't get it up there with her, and I couldn't convince her that we could be fucking in the top 20. Like this is what needs to be done.
Right.
Not that you think it needs to be done, or maybe, or, you know, I'll get to it. No. This is what needs to be done. It needs to go out at this time. This is what needs to be done on your end. You need to have that list. You need to, if you can't do this, and we can't do it. With the podcast, as soon as we jumped on, we went to number 1, which everybody does, and then we smoothed that. I think today we're 42. 42 out of 3,000 podcasts is not bad on iTunes when it comes to comedy, especially with who's in front of me.
Right.
You know, we don't have a budget for this podcast. This podcast is 2 fucking dudes talking about, you know, nobody wants to really be a big-time guest on our show. It's not that, but
Is that true? Do people turn you down? Yeah.
I want a specific guest anyway.
Yeah, you want the guest. I don't want
stand-up comics, the goofy shit.
Yeah.
Everybody already, Richard Pryor's your inspiration. Wow, I must be a fucking psychic. So I wanted to get people with life stories. I wanted to get people that did time. I wanted to get people that, yoga teachers, help, things that to me I didn't know were available. When I was 45, I thought you were doomed. I thought your body was doomed. I didn't know that you'd go to the Y and people would help you and teach you about yoga. I didn't know the benefits of yoga. I didn't know these things. The country's obese because nobody's letting them know. Nobody's telling people that after 50 you could work out. You go to the Y. You could do an hour and a half if you really wanted to. I know that your knee and your ass, I know. But if you really wanted to, you don't need this in your life. People don't know that. And they're scared to ask, A fat dude that goes into a pool and puts his shirt on over the pool, he's embarrassed. He's not going to go back. But if you feel him warm, if you treat him warm and you let him know it's okay, then he's going to come back. He's going to watch the,
And your most popular shows when you talk about fear, that's what you were saying, right? Do
Fear.
people like to hear other people, how they overcame fear?
It kills me. It kills me how many lives I see because fear comes out in so many different ways. I was fearful. I remember the stories I told myself about why I couldn't quit cocaine, how fearful I was of quitting cocaine. I was convinced that if I quit cocaine, I couldn't be funny. I was convinced that that's what, and I kept telling myself, oh, if I quit coke, that's what I would tell myself as an addict. How many times do you go to a gym to work out? There's a fat guy going, my knee. There's nothing wrong with your knee. You got to give it blood, you fat fuck. Give it blood and it'll get healed. But if you don't give it fucking blood, you fat fuck, and keep saying your fucking knee, it's not going to go anywhere. People are scared. People don't know. And that's why I want people to know that you have options, bro. I thought I didn't have options. When I was 21, I thought I was fucking doomed. I thought I was a criminal. Some guy walked into a bar and goes, you want to go to Colorado? And I got to see the fucking world, I got to see the fucking country at least. I can't travel. I got no passport. But soonish.
Yeah, you got to keep me updated on that. You're going to get a passport.
Yeah, I'm trying. I got a couple calls into Seattle to try to eliminate the fucking warrant up there and all that shit. So,
you said recently that guys that they go on the Rogan show and now they think their whole career is going to be set up for them. You were one of the few guys that backed Rogan back in the day with the Mencia stuff and the comedy club, and now you see Rogan and he's so popular, and I'm sure everybody wants to be his buddy. And 6 months ago we're lucky enough to be on his show, but you were saying that that's not enough to do your career, and I was just wondering if you could say what you meant by that.
Every couple of years, your career gets defined by something, a certain situation. As a fighter, if you fight for the championship, your career gets defined. There's different things that define your career that'll push you forward. For years, it was Johnny Carson.
Yeah.
Then it was David Letterman.
Yeah.
Then it was an HBO special.
Yeah.
Do a Letterman today. Don't. Nobody gives a fuck.
Right.
Do a Jay Leno today. So now I get people who contact me who have 10 minutes of material and they'll say, hey, we want to be on the Rogan podcast. And I know the way they're telling me is that this will change my life.
Right.
They don't know that it's not what you do. It's not getting on there. It's what you do afterward.
Yeah.
It's how you have 72 hours to convince people to follow you before some other jerk host. So those 72 hours, you got to write a blog. When you get home from the Rogan podcast, you have email pages of people who are following you on Twitter before you could disconnect that. Remember years ago?
Yeah.
If you go on Rogan, come home, you had 3,000 people following you. You sat there for an hour erasing Hotmail, whatever the fuck, Gmail, whatever it comes up on.
Right.
So it's what to do with those people. So people think, oh, I'll just get on there and that's it. My life is, for years, stand-ups like myself thought that if you had a TV show, a couple episodes of a TV show, you go on the road and people buy your tickets. Ask the guy from Mike and Molly how many tickets he's selling on the road. Not many.
Yeah.
Now you have to do more. Since these podcasts have been open, I know for me, a podcast is not radio. If you're doing your podcast like a radio, you should be shot and hung. That's why it's not going anywhere. Well, even from day one when I started doing the podcast, I knew the difference between a podcast and radio was honesty. I knew it was language. Felicia wanted to keep editing the podcast. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, okay.
People don't want to hear that.
Yeah, it was weird.
people want to hear you making mistakes. I didn't want to argue with somebody all the time about this podcast.
Okay.
You know, I'm to the age of 50. If you're a woman and you're not sucking my dick, I'm not going to argue with you. You want to argue with me? You want to suck my dick? Then we'll argue fucking as long as you want. But if you're not sucking my dick, it's a no and yes answer. It's very fucking easy, you know. And I love her dearly, and I wish her well. You know, I have no hard feelings toward her. And I'm sure in the future we'll speak. But for right now, I had to do this. This is what was in front of me.
I understand that.
And you got to close one door before another one opens sometimes. You know?
Was it a bit scary going on your own, going solo?
Not at all.
Okay. I didn't
Not
think
at
so.
all. I didn't give a fuck. You know, like I said, I don't dwell on a lot. You know, Lee gets mad at me. Lee will call me and say, hey, we got to do this. And I go, what are you thinking about August for? We got today. Don't worry. Well, don't worry about that. That'll get taken care of. You're worried about August, but today somebody's fucking your wife in the ass because you're worried about August. Don't worry about August. Worry about today. Okay. You know, I look at my schedule today and a little bit of tomorrow. Right now, all I'm worried about is today and getting to LAX tomorrow at 11 o'clock. My flight leaves at 11:20. After 11:25, once that plane takes off, I have no control. I got my edible in me. I got my iPod on the plane. You know, that's all I have. So I live for today and tomorrow.
Okay.
Why you know, when I was 21, I worried about when I was 28 in the future. And one day I found blood coming out of my ass and I had a bleeding ulcer. You don't have to worry about shit. Just focus on today. The best you could be today, you know?
Yeah.
You have goals. We all have goals and aspirations. That's different.
Right.
Today.
Today. It's funny, when Rogan invited us on about 8 months ago, we were in London and we were like, holy shit. And I told my co-host, I said, look, it's going to be great to see Joe and it's an honor to see Joe. But guess what happens? 2 days later, we fly back to London and we're going to be back in this studio trying to book guests. And it's going to be business as usual. And I'm like, this isn't going to be some, you know, and it's just, and then we're going to go back to do what we do. And that's what makes this show. So it's nice to have some recognition. But we got to put in the hard work if we're going to make this happen.
You know,
and that is kind of what happened.
it's funny with my wife, when you see it with women a lot. Women get married and they go under the ether. I call it going under the ether.
Okay.
No, I don't go under ether. You know, I've already been under ether. And that's bullshit. The baby's cute, but we got to get today. Today. You know, when she comes up in the morning, look, that's great, but where the fuck are the eggs? You know what I'm saying? It's 10 o'clock and there ain't no fucking eggs. But the baby's cute. I don't give a fuck about the baby being cute. We get these eggs cooking, and you know, you got to go to the Y. We got 1,000 things to do. And people can't deal with me on that level. Like when he calls me and says, I'm going to the movies. How come you're not going to the Y? I don't go to the fucking movies. Before I go to the movies, you got to earn the movies. You got to go to the Y. Then you could go to the movies and party with your buddies. You know, how you going to tape a podcast on Monday and on Friday that podcast isn't edited, but you've been out with your buddies and drinking that wine? No, I can't have that. Edit that. You know, this is on content. If you take this back to London and don't release it for 2 months, it does you no good.
Yeah.
This has to be released in the next 3 days or you got nothing, you know? So I don't understand that concept of American Idol now. This is what the stand-ups don't like about me. You know, people call me and go, hey, I'm working this weekend. Yeah, but I'm getting married. I don't give a fuck. You know, your parents, it's like if you call me and go, I want to go out to dinner, that's great, but I got a show. Yeah, but can't you cancel it? No. I got a comedy show. After that, we could do dinner. We go jump up and down or snort blow, whatever you want. And that's what people have forgotten. When you were a kid and you got up in the morning, you told your mother you were sick at 3 o'clock. You couldn't go out with your skateboard. She'd say, where you going? I'm going to go out and play. No. You were sick. Yeah, but no. You were sick.
Thank you.
And people, we've forgotten that. And it reflects as an adult. And I can't deal with that. You got something to do it and get it over with. You got something to do. How the fuck are we going to tape a podcast on Monday? And on Thursday, the podcast ain't done. And you're gallivanting. Not in my fucking book. I'm on Twitter at 7 promoting the podcast. And you're with your friends at night. Another bunch of hobbyists. Because that's the two people you have in this town. You have people that are like me that you have to shoot them. And you have hobbyists.
Okay.
This is
People that want to tell people they're comics, or people that want to...
hobbyists. And if they fail at it, it doesn't matter. No, it does matter. It does matter. It does matter. Don't do this unless... Why you know those people? I'm going to try it, and if I fail... No. You're not going to fail. You're already failing by giving yourself a net, a safety net.
Yeah.
You just lost. You just got shot. You just killed yourself. You're going to do this. You're going to commit to this. A lot of people in this town commit to something, realize the work, and then go, oh, fuck, oh, yeah. And guess what? It's every week.
Do you ever take a day off?
No. What day's off?
Yeah. Okay.
What's a day off? What's a day off?
That's
what?
Lee laughing in the background.
What day off? What are you talking about?
I'm with you.
What vacation are you talking about? Your ugly fucking family.
I'm with you.
With those kids. But you didn't teach them how to mow the lawn yet. But they're going on fucking vacation.
Can you tell my girlfriend this? She doesn't understand why. I'm on vacation, supposedly, but I had to get up early and come see you.
Vacation.
It's in my blood.
You vacation. Fucking vacation. You take a vacation, we got $10 million in the bank. That's when you're allowed to take a fucking vacation.
I don't think you'd even do that.
And even then, try to take a vacation.
You'd probably be bored out of your
Where are you going to
skull.
go? 10 days. Where are you going to go? After 2 days, you're looking at she already sucked your dick, you put in her ass, you came on her face, you had lobster, you did the Maui Wowie, and you smoked, and you saw the dolphin. Okay, now it's day 3. Now what? Oh, well, today I'm going home. It's over. I'm going home. Tell Jetpedia or Expedia, tell William Chatner the party's over. Give my fucking money back. 2 fucking days. I need this shit.
What's the 60-year-old Joey Diaz going to be doing? What's going to be that week in your life? You know, is the church going to be at a different level? Is the acting going to be at a different level? The comedy?
A 60-year-old Joe Diaz,
Yeah.
I think the church will still be around, but a different. By that time, it'll be, who knows what it'll be.
What will it be on TV? Do you not
It'll
want
be
it
on
on
TV,
TV?
it'll
Do you
be
want it on TV?
Well, like I told Lee, I go, Lee, in my heart, this is a great podcast. But if somebody came to us and said, Lee, if they say we got to cut out everything, I can't do it.
Right.
You know, somebody wrote me an email the other day that I'm going to frame. It said, I can't figure out, I love your podcast because you insult about every racial group there is. You always stop smoking pot, but that's the patois of it.
Yeah.
I don't care no more. I don't care. If I can't be me, why fuck around? You want me to go out there? Hi, this is Joey. No.
You
Because
couldn't do it anyways, could
That's
you?
what everybody else is doing.
Right, okay. And you couldn't
Telling
do
you
it.
how they care about things, and they don't care about nothing. They care about their money. They care about their money and their ego. And see, when you walk into a stage that they're not insecure as everybody else, they don't care. Me, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if they like me, if they don't like me. I'm still going to do what I do. Corolla's still going to do what he do. Manner's going to do what he do. Penn Jillette, so. But the 60-year-old Diaz, I think they'll be to a different level. I like to be coaching kids by then.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
I like to be a great dad by then. My daughter should be 10, you know.
Yeah.
Still doing stand-up, not as much, trying to get in shape, you know.
Do you want to be doing stadiums, and do you want to be like as big as Dice was
No,
at one point, or
no,
is that not a
no,
priority for you?
no.
Okay.
You know, man, I grew up with a lot of money, and I always, when I was younger, I thought money was the answer. And at 50, I'm going to tell you guys something that you never hear from me at 25. Your happiness and your health is everything. You guys are looking at me going, Joe, your happiness and your health. Did you suck a dick last night? Listen, man, there's nothing like being happy. And sometimes it takes completely different than what you think to be happy. I got to be honest with you. The only weakness I have in my life right now that is a weakness for me, for my personality, is at times I'm lonely. But let me answer that. I'm not lonely for the shit I got surrounding me in LA.
Okay.
I'm lonely for the people I grew up with. I'm lonely that when I tell you something, that's the word. I'm lonely that when I can go eat something with you and get the right answer. I'm lonely for that. A buddy of mine died this week that is going to make a big difference in my life. He's one of the guys that, he was my guardian angel. He took me out of Jersey. And I always owed him. Did I owe him money? No. I owed him for him taking me out. This is the only way I could pay him, by me doing something with my life, you know? I miss for that. I miss no giggling. I miss him talking to a man, you know?
You know that line in Man on Fire when Christopher Walken first meets him and they're in the SUV and he's like, you got to come down here. He's like, there's no one I can talk to.
Nobody I can talk to. And yeah, you guys are like, what will you have Bert Price? They're on the road. If I took Burton to a third of my day, he shit his pants, Bert. Like most people do. Ask Lee. Lee knows my day is nonstop. We stop at weed stores, we're cutting people off. He knows. He knows. He says the show is you in the car. You know, Rogan's my friend to an example, but that's not the people I grew up with. Ari's my friend, but I can never put Ari what I put my friends with in Jersey. You know, there's Lubes, there's Jimmy Villano, those people I talk to every day. I'm 50. We graduated high school together.
Is it because you guys did all that time together and they knew you when you were,
well,
so you just feel extra comfortable
it's
with
like
them?
going to Vietnam with somebody. You
Okay.
you see somebody's vulnerability. You see what point in their life they pushed to. These guys were there for me. They never judged me. They knew I was a piece of shit, but they knew I wasn't a piece of shit from the inside out. Society had jaded me. You know, God takes away your mother. You hate society, bro. That's just the way it is. You know, I would hate for somebody to be an older man and for your daughter to get raped or something. See how you fucking feel. See if you're gonna get up every morning and jump around. You know, if you pay your taxes and you're a decent individual, why would somebody rape your 14-year-old daughter? We all get jaded for different reasons.
Right.
It's
But for you, it was when your mom died.
My mom died.
How old were you?
I was 15, but you know, I got to learn about the world. I got to learn about that. Once the cocaine runs out, they're not really your friends no more.
Yeah.
I got to see that at a young age. I saw that as the years went. These good friends of my mother's weren't that good friends anymore. And I was shocked by that. I was shocked by a lot of things, but it prepared me for this shit where I live now. It prepared me for this shit, you know. It's just amazing how many people I have to call SAG on to get residual checks from. I'm dealing with criminals every day. There's and I wouldn't mind if they're criminals. Call me up and go, hey, I'm going to give you your residuals. Teach me how to figure out how to fuck this other guy to his residuals. But they don't do that. They want to rob from everybody.
You always say, rob me with a gun? Is that what you say? Can you explain what that means?
Rob me with a gun.
Right.
If you're going to come to me and say that your mother's got cancer in her asshole, you need to borrow $3,000, listen, I'm going to see you coming a mile away. That was me 10 years ago. I could use that better than you. I'd have you go into your mother's account and give me the jewelry. Come to me and say, this is what I want. I want to fuck this chick in the ass and put a coke rock in her pussy, and she wants $2,000. I'll give you the money. Don't come to me with some Chinese story about this and this, the script. Just come to me with a gun. That's what, like, you know, I watched the movie once, Family Business.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that movie?
Yeah, with Sean Connery?
Sean Connery.
Yeah, and
they're at the dinner table on Easter Sunday. Yeah. And the comedian girl's dating Matthew Broderick. Yeah. And she's explaining a score she has where when they have a dying tenant in the building, they don't tell nobody and they put it up to bid and she gets it at wholesale but sells it at retail. And here's Sean Connery, who was a fucking street criminal. He looks at me, he goes, what the fuck are you talking about? He goes, when you date in somebody else's muckery, that's immoral. Remember that scene? He goes, that's immoral.
Yeah.
You want to rob somebody, get a fucking gun. And he looks at Matthew Broderick right in front of him. He goes, where'd you pick up this fucking maggot about his girlfriend? Lee, could you imagine if your grandfather looks at you and goes,
at the dinner table.
And he's hysterical. And he goes, so when you're going to rob somebody, rob them with a gun. And he goes, where'd you pick this fucking maggot up at? It is the line of the year. Because she don't know. She goes, that's where I got that from. If you're going to rob me, show up with fucking 2 bazookas. But you're going to show up with a story about this. I'm going to see you coming. No, I'm not going to talk to you ever again.
Okay.
Then I'm not going to talk to you ever again because I'm insulted that you even thought that I would go for that. That you even thought. I did that when I was 20. That story you told me, that you're 42 and you think you're brilliant, I did that at 18. We were just talking about that this morning on the podcast. I had a real live bookmaker put together when I was 18. And I would go to him and say, you know, Lee, and Lee could be right there. Lee could be right there. This guy was a mob bookmaker that owned a fucking bar. Millions of dollars in his book. $1 million bookmaker. And I go to him and go, you see, Lee got his girlfriend pregnant, but he's embarrassed to ask you for the money. Let me get $500. I get $50 for giving you the deal. And I'll give Lee the money. He won't know it's you. This guy kept giving me money. It wasn't for Lee. It was for me to snort and eat ass. And for years, I ended up owing like $50,000 in fake loans. So, and he was one of the best.
Right.
So if I sold him at 18, what can I do to you at fucking 40? What are you going to do to me at 40? You're going to come at 40 with that story about your mother dying.
But that's what this town's all about. Nobody uses bazookas here.
No.
Okay. But you're beating them at their own game. All right, so you at 60, just to finish that off, movie-wise, you got, I mean, you know, you
I
just,
wish
you
I
just
was
acted with
doing
De Niro.
movies. I wish that opens up the door for me.
You want your own
acting.
movie? You want to star in a movie?
I just want to work.
Okay. And you like acting?
I just want to fucking work.
Okay.
That's it. I don't want to do anything else but fucking work. Plain and simple. Just want to work. I want to move away from here, maybe.
Yeah. Do you think you miss it? Do you think you miss it if you move?
I miss the weather. I mean, look at this.
It's ridiculous. I was snowing in London a week ago.
I want my daughter to grow up with normal people.
Okay.
I don't want some kid thinking because their father's on ABC, you're better than me.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you're fucking your 20-year-old receptionist and your wife's at the farmer's market with her tattoo on, pushing the strollers, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You know.
How's fatherhood the second time? And do you think that the first time and some of the mistakes you made or didn't make prepares you even better for the second time or not?
Listen, when I had my child at 28, I wasn't ready for no fucking child. I was more of a fucking savage than I ever was. You know, I tell a story about the baby being in the crib, and I would hide beers in the snow. And I would go out and make believe the dog had to go out. So I'd open the door and go, "Come on, Hercules." And he would go out, and while he was out, I'd do 2 quick fucking lines, and I'd drink a whole can of beer and throw one shot, you know? And here's my little girl. You know, I was one of those guys that once I have my baby, I'm going to change. No, you're not. You're still going to be a disgusting fucking drug addict, and that's what I was. You know, I lost that kid. 50% was my fault, 50% was Lai's fault. The mother and I didn't get along. I made a lot of mistakes. I'm not going to lie to you. I made a lot of mistakes. I was 28. I was taking it as a personal attack. I wasn't really thinking about it as what was best for the baby. And again, I took that anger and rolled it into the let me show you routine. When I picked up and left at the 8, and when she was 5, I made a decision that if I didn't have her to raise her, whatever I was doing had to be worth it. I had to make it worth our while. So when I got back to her 20 years later and she'd say, "What happened?" I could say, "This is what happened. I got one of the hardest things, one of the hardest industries to succeed in. And you know what? I'm not Cat Williams, and I'm not David Letterman. But I hung in there for 30 years, and I got a union card, you know, and I got a pension, all the things and I have insurance, all the things a guy like me never dreamed of having, never wanted to have, and never even thought I'd ever have because I didn't think I was going to live past 30 or 40. So I can't tell you how lucky I am every day that I never thought I'd be 50. Every day when I get up to me, I just laugh. It's like I cheated somebody. It's like I told the devil and the God to suck my dick. I can't believe it. You know, I really can't believe it. But I never sold my soul. And that's why I laugh. I fucking laugh every day when I get up because I never sold my soul.
As in you're true to yourself and what you're doing. That's
Yeah,
how you mean.
and I don't give a fuck what people say. I really don't. I don't give a fuck what any of these Hollywood people say. You know what? Any project that I've been put on, I've delivered. If you watch The Longest Yard, that's a higher echelon of comedy.
Yeah.
That's Adam Sandler, Chris Rock, and Tracy Morgan. And I didn't miss a beat in that fucking movie. And I was a coked up fiend in those times. That was my worst addiction before that movie. And you couldn't tell, you know, my comedy was still on point. At the time, I didn't think about it that way. Now, years later, I think about things that way. You know, I don't have an ego, but I know what I've done. You know, one of the biggest lessons I got was Slash in Vegas. I asked him what happened to Axl Rose, and he said that Axl couldn't believe his success. He just couldn't believe it. You know, and I never wanted that to happen to me.
Okay.
I wanted to believe it because I put the fucking work in. You know, I get up at 4:45 to do a free podcast. You ever think of that? And I make this poor bastard stay up. You ever think of that?
Yeah.
Do I do it for me or do I do it? Yeah, a little bit for me. But I see people at these fucking shows and they're lost, man, just the same way I was when I was 24. I could see it in their eyes. They don't have to say nothing.
Yeah.
They're just going through the motions, waiting for the fucking vault to open. But they're too scared. That's why fear is so... I try to tell these people, fear is just in your head. These people put their pants on one leg at a time. They can't judge you. You know, when I got Grudge Match with De Niro, as soon as I seen who the director was, I knew I wasn't going to get the movie. It was Peter Segal. I thought he hated me from The Longest Yard. And I was just about ready to pick up the phone and call my agent and go, no, Peter Siegel's not going to give me the job. That's what Joey Diaz would have done.
Okay.
That's what Joey Diaz would have done. Coco Diaz hung up the phone and said, I ain't calling nobody. I'm going to work this a different way. I'm going to prep this. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to knock it out of the park. And if they don't hire me, it's their fucking problem. That's all I could do.
Yeah.
I could go in there and rock them. And if they don't hire me, it's on them. And that's how I twist it around. And I'm going to go in there with my balls in my hand. I just walked into an audition a month ago. And it was April Webster. And she looked at me and we were talking. And in between, I said, April, do you remember the time I walked in here with my underwear on? She goes, Jesus Christ. She goes, I was just telling my assistant we were dying. And I went to an audition where there was a bunch of known actors. It was for an ABC pilot. It was for $20,000. This is the days when they were paying $20,000 for a pilot. It was a SAG pilot. The guy was going to recur. He was a neighbor. The dream role for me. And in this scene, the people are outside explaining their neighborhood, and then they turn this way and they see me in a baby pool grilling up hamburgers with you know those greasy shorts on like people wear, like all happy, you know. When I walk in, I see all these names, and it just so happened I wore sweatsuits and tidy whities. And as I walked in, they go like, hi, Joey, give us a minute. And I had the camera to myself. And I took my sweats off, and I took my shirt off, and I weighed 400 pounds. And when they turned around to see me, they went, oh, they were like, what? And all of a sudden I go, isn't it great getting the pool? And I go, living like a doctor. And I just made believe I was wetting the shit. Dog, they gave me the job on the fucking spot. On the job, they're like, Joey, they were holding on to their faces. Dog, you got this job. Another time, that if you ever watch How I Met Your Mother, I was on How I Met My Mother. If you look at the episode, I'm an extra. Do you know why? Because I went for an audition for something that wasn't me, but I had a little hole in my pants. And it had these things on the chair. So when I sat in the chair, the hook caught the hole. And when I sat down, it ripped my pants open. And my cock and balls fell out. And it was 3 women that were the casting directors. And I looked at them and I said, did you see the Cuban egg roll? And they couldn't. That was it. Nobody talks like that. I go, did you see it? Wasn't it fucking great? They died. In fact, I was in there for 20 minutes, walked out. And as I was going in my car at Fox, they called me and said, Joey, they want to see you. You forgot to read. I didn't even read for the sides. That's how much we had the conversation on just the pants ripping and my dick coming out. Somebody else would have folded. I don't give a fuck. My job as an actor, as a stand-up, as a comic, as a podcaster, is to push the fucking envelope as much as I can. That's to push the fucking envelope to humanly possible. When you know, I didn't have a fucking career. How funny is it that I did Spider-Man 2, Taxi, My Name is Earl, fucking The Longest Yard, and nobody would come see me. And I went on a podcast and told a simple story about mugging a hooker and lighting her wig on fire. And that night there was 110 people at a show I did in Hollywood that all paid. How crazy is that as a career? So you've done legitimate work and nobody wants to talk to you. Right. You tell a story that is completely disgusting about her having $60 in a pussy and it comes out filled with sperm on it, and how we took her wig off and we lit it on fire. We mugged a woman, not a guy, a woman. Took her over state, federal fucking lines from New Jersey, and that's why people come see you. So that's the world we live in. The world is in need of truth.
Obviously.
The world was in need of truth. Yeah. You know, everybody kept saying Romney's going to win. There was no American that would have voted for that fucking liar as much as they hated Obama. He was made up. When he twist his head like this and he'd go and he'd smile, that was all made up. I don't do that. I don't have somebody coaching me. I don't give a fuck what you want to hear music-wise or what you don't want to hear. You're going to hear what's on my fucking field. You know, you're going to hear what's on my... That's what a comic does. We are the voice of the generation. And we take the insecurities and we take the fucking obscure shit and we report it through our eyes.
Right.
And then when we do it, people get mad. Fuck you. Then go listen to some faggy guy doing it, talking about, you know, Christianity or whatever. I'm going to give it to you. When I was a kid, I used to hang out with this kid, Roger Holloway. And like I call you and go, how was it last night? Oh, it was great. We went out to the bar and we got drunk and we did a gram of blow. But I call Roger and Roger would tell me what really happened.
Right.
We bumped into some fucking pigs. They sucked our dick. You know, And I used to enjoy that. Like, I talk to society, and this is what they tell you.
Right.
When you talk to Roger, he tells you what really went down.
Right.
And I always wanted to be Roger. I didn't want to be society. I always wanted to be Roger. In fact, another guy I still talk to once a week, Pelican. He's still one of my buddies, he's a longshoreman. So.
Is that why the church has been so successful? Do you think because people they just want some realness? They want someone to tell it how it is?
I am in shock. I am in fucking utter shock when I see people fans of certain podcasts, because I know those people on a personal level and they couldn't be fucking honest with themselves for a minute, never mind with the real. I am in shock that people buy into half those people talking.
Okay.
And I don't want people to say that about me. If you listen to the first 2 months of the podcast, it was my friends calling to verify the stories I've told you.
Right.
I want people to know that we threw a hooker out of the fucking car. I wanted people to know I robbed a jewelry store.
That was intentional.
And that was intentional. I didn't want no mistakes. I don't want you liking me because it's cool to like me. I want you to like me because you like me. I don't want you to like me because I will have sideburns and circular glasses and I wear a wool hat. And
so you're intentionally clearing out all the fucking riffraff.
Clearing it out. I don't want you.
Okay.
I don't want you. I don't want you. And if I look at your page and I see you listen to people I don't like, I don't fucking want you. That's how serious I am about this shit. Like, I don't want you. I'd rather not have you. I want you to know everything about me before you pay the $20 to come see me and before you turn on that podcast. I don't want no misunderstandings, because I don't want any misunderstandings about you.
Are you surprised that people like it so much, the show?
Like I said, I think that there's some people who yearn for the truth. I think there's some people that want it unedited. I think it's some people who want an opinion.
I think everybody does at some level.
You know, I was going to talk about the Bikram thing today, and I forgot. You know, Bikram yoga. I went to a party 2 years ago before I got into yoga, and I met this chick, and she was with her boyfriend, and I couldn't believe how phony she was about yoga. And I could see by looking at her that she had sucked the yoga teacher's dick. And I'm thinking to myself, this is a nice white chick sucking that Hindu fucking stinky dick, you know, because the guy, you know, and I can see these chicks. I know these women. They're the ones that, I went to this yoga class, and oh my God, it changed my life. And Raji was so, you know, I just see them. And I can tell that they've already swallowed that fucking curry sperm with that stink in their feet and shit. And I'm like, you're a white girl. Have some fucking dignity. You know, so when I read the thing the other day, did you read that?
No,
that Bikram is getting sexually accused.
Oh,
of,
the main guy.
Yeah, the main guy, that filthy fucking stink ball. And I look at these white chicks going, you know, when you fuck one of these guys, it's like putting a fucking Burger King in your neighborhood. The property value goes down. You know what I'm saying? Then you wonder why other fucking Hindus and spicks and niggas are trying to hit on you, because you're a filthy fucking animal. That's why. They know you'll fuck a Hindu. What won't you fuck? You fuck. And that's in my heart. But that's in my heart. You want me to go on, lie to you and say that's not what's in my heart? That's what's in my heart. And I got nothing against Hindu. One of my best friends is a fucking Hindu. I don't eat that curry shit. I don't want no camels around me. I like them, but I don't want that shit around me. And I don't want Cuban people around them with beans and Santeria. Hey, listen, I know where we're coming from. You know what I'm saying? Fucking sucking that Hindu dick and telling other white girls that you're great. And he's a genius. Are you fucking retarded? Sucking that fucking cowless dick.
For people listening, look at Lee's chuckling in the background.
But who's going to say something like that? Who's really going to say something like that?
You.
Who's
and
really going to fucking say something like that? You know what I'm saying? And people are going to get pissed, but think about it from my perspective. I live in that fakeness. I live in that, you know, where I've seen women go crazy over an acting teacher. Are you fucking retarded? This guy booked a co-star in 1968 and you're sucking that old dick because you think it's got the answers to your fucking problems. It's just, and then they come to you 2 months later. I can't believe we broke up. What are you sucking that fucking dick? What are you? I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Coming down off the Chiba Chews and shit.
When you see these kids at your comedy shows and they're like the 25-year-old kids that are like you were, you know, like just directionless and scared of life and all that stuff. I mean, what do you tell them, or can you tell them anything? Would you rather just show them by being yourself on the show? Or?
Well, that's one way, you know, because society. You know, listen, we learn how to act on society. Let's get out of the way. We learn by watching television. That's our first impulse. Those fucking kids on TV and how to act and what to giggle. They even have a laugh track to tell you what to laugh at. Yeah. And I remember being a kid from Cuban going, why are these fucking other idiots laughing at this? This is terrible. Including Saturday Night Live. I remember going home when I was 14 to see Mr. Bill and going home and going, why am I here? I should be out getting my dick sucked from a babysitter somewhere. I'm sitting here watching this shit. It was okay, but not enough for me to go home for. I was always that guy in my head.
Okay.
Like, I was always like, what are people talking about? You know, Avatar. Oh, it's a great movie. It should. It cost $800 million to make. It's like the Yankees. They should win the World Series. Give me Moneyball. Give me the guy that makes a movie for $1,000 and it's brilliant and it's got creativity and the director did his work. But we get impressed by such little things as a society. Even UFC. A guy wins one fight, all of a sudden he's supposed to fight Anderson Silva. Yeah. Really? We forgot about hard work and 8 or 9 fights. We forgot that Zeppelin had 9 albums with John Bonham. They just didn't have 2 albums and we made them stars, or 1 album. We had to have fucking 2 or 3 or 4 fucking albums. You know, AC/DC, how many albums did they have? I mean, that you could listen to. But all these fucking people had now, oh, My Chemical Dependency broke up. Well, you know, they sucked anyway. And how many fucking albums did they have that were real? You know, you listen to this shit today. You're like, what is this shit? But I'm sure that people from the 50s listened to Led Zeppelin and thought the same fucking thing. Or the Beatles and thought the same fucking thing, you know? What was the question?
The kids. What do you tell the kids?
That, you know, I tell kids to live their fucking life like I did. Not being a criminal. Listen to what I'm saying. Live your life. Have your own fucking opinion. If you don't think Joey Diaz is funny and Joe Rogan says he's funny, tell Joe Rogan to suck your dick and tell Joey Diaz to suck your dick. And you're doing more for yourself than somebody else. When I was a kid, I wouldn't argue about me being Spanish or you being Italian. We get into fights about music. And that was when I really learned about how fake people were. When you and I would go to the same concert and you tell people the concert was great. And I'm like, dog, we were right there with you. I got 8 guys here that said this thing sucked. Well, yeah, the bass. Oh, then why'd you say it was good? Because God forbid you have a fucking opinion. God fucking forbid you have a fucking opinion anymore. God forbid. So that shit gets put in your head since an early age. If you don't like Modern Family, fucking say it. You know, if you don't like something, say it. Say it and stick by it. Don't say it, and that's where the shit starts. And after that, once you commit to that and you go, you see the people.
Yeah.
You see it. We went the other night to the Nerdist. The guy at the counter had a suit on, polyester suit, with a beard and glasses to do what? Just all the idiots can come up to him. That's a cool suit. It's attention. What's the matter with you? You're gonna dress like a fucking moron so people, all that little thing that the youth had. You know, you see guys my age with jeans, with pockets on it, with pointy boots, with long Invictus shirts on, trying to be fucking dirty. No, you're 50. I don't know if you get the fucking memo, and you look fucking 50. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? What, do you want me to dye my hair and get a goatee and make it thin so people like me and say, oh, no, you are what the fuck you are. Accept it. And if people don't accept it, tell them to suck your dick. You don't need them. You don't want them around anyway.
Yeah.
You really don't, man. I don't want fake people around me at all. And they know. They know when they come on me and they talk to me a couple times, they're like, this guy I can't get nowhere with. I can't get nowhere with this fucking guy.
They give up on you.
You know, for years, Lee, we were talking about people calling, trying to put you in their movies. You know, and the stories they tell you to be in their movie. Well, my buddy works for London Real, and he knows the people at ABC. And then after you shoot the movie, they're calling you a week later telling you how, can we put this on YouTube? Do you know anybody? You know, it's how much they can get out of you.
Okay.
And they come to you, especially in this town, you know, they come to you with that bullshit story. And you're like, you know, you got to wake up a little fucking early. Just be honest with me. And that's how you get the most out of me, is by being honest with me. You know?
How'd you find Lee?
Lee hit me up on Facebook, and we met, and we talked. And
Did you know his dad beforehand, or you just know his dad after?
no, I met his dad afterward, and it was funny because Lee just had something. You know, it's the look. It's like I said, it's either blue cheese or fuck your mother. If I go to a Chinese restaurant and I order your pork fried rice and it sucks, I'm gonna order the duck souffle. Really?
Yeah.
Only an asshole would say that. Well, everything sucked. Well, you should have ordered one thing. It's called skin popping, like heroin people do. They take a little skin pop. They see if the heroin is strong. Same thing with anything else. Lee, I tell Lee something about Mondays. Like Lee didn't put up an argument. Lee wasn't here to argue.
Right.
Lee gave you a creative idea. You follow me?
Yeah.
where other people in this town want to argue with you. No, I don't want to put the video up. You know, Lee and I started by Mad Flavor Worlds on Monday. Gabriel Iglesias, when I shot Stand Up Revolution, gave me a bloggy. And I was sick and tired of getting cameras that people give me and put them in a drawer. I didn't know how to download the video. I didn't know anything. So when Lee hit me, I go, Lee, I'll tape them. I'll give them to you Sunday. And Monday you put the video up. I'll give you a little dough. And we'll start that way. You know, Monday, there was never a Monday with a story. When I got up at 6, the video was already up.
Yeah.
You put the video up Sunday night. That's something. And all right, so we did the first test, which I gave. The first test I gave was the time, and then the third test was after the third week. Because after the third or fourth week is where the relationship starts going downhill. 6 weeks is where it definitely goes downhill. That's where they didn't put it up, or they forgot, or their mommy was in town, or I had a date, or they don't understand the concept. He's a Jew, and he understood the concept of being a fucking Jew, which is this is what needs to be fucking done. Okay, these Anglos you see, they don't understand. Mommy will send a check on the first. You follow me?
Yeah.
He's a Jew. His mother raised him right. And he would, after 5 weeks, instead of quitting, he came with more ideas. He wanted more. We ended up getting $3,000 off Twitter, and we shot the documentary. And then we put a CD together. You know, whenever I called him and said, this is what I want to do, he didn't tell me how we couldn't do it.
Right.
He said, fuck it, I'll go online and get a tape recorder. And next thing you know, we had a #1 CD together. And next thing you know, we had Testicle Testaments together. And now we're planning a special, a DVD special, and another CD release in like July, you know. And Lee's not lazy. Lee's got a lot of heart. Lee makes me laugh. You know, look what he's done on the podcast. He's created his own fan thing on the podcast. I did a podcast with somebody for 2 years, and they couldn't do what this kid did. And this kid's not even a fucking stand-up comic.
Right.
He's seen it for what it was. So I'm very happy Lee's in my life. Lee's one of the reasons why this whole thing has taken off. I wish Lee would grow, like our friend Rocco Ribisi. I've had him on the podcast. He was George Carlin's guy and Richard Pryor's guy. Lee is my backbone. You know, I always felt in my life, if you want to move ahead, you got to have good people around you. If you have shit around you, bro, you know, you're going to have that around you.
Yeah.
You know, you reap what the fuck you sow. You know, I got my wife, who's an accountant, and she's as anal as can be. And nothing happened in my career, so I started taking advice from my wife. Because us as comics, we're whores. We'll do anything. You know, oh, this guy wants to see me. My wife is the type that will slow it down and go, A, what are you getting from this? B, how are you going to do it? And C, what's the profit on this? Right. How does this profit you movie-wise? And I started going, oh, I get it. I'm the type of guy that I'll do anything. She's the one that started saying, no, get that out. That's the law of diminishing returns. If you're an econ major, that's the law of diminishing returns. If you have a Friday and Saturday, you're just doing comedy, and you get a movie Thursday, Friday, Saturday, cancel the comedy. Because you're not going to give it both 50%.
Right. So
you lost 1,100, but you did such a good job on the movie that you'll get another 2 movies. If I try to spread it thin, then I won't get that. My wife, you know, she's my unofficial manager.
Okay.
You know, I have an agent, I have a theatrical agent, but the guy's mind who puts this all together is me. Somewhere along the line, I run this like a mafia family, you know? This is how I run this. If I had
Is Lee made yet?
Lee's made. Lee's been made.
All right.
Lee got to eat ass to become a capo regime. Until he eats ass, he can't go. He has to overcome that. That's one of his fears.
Lee, do you have a brother in England?
No, he's in Boston.
All right.
He's in Delaware.
I'm looking for the English Lee Syatt to come and hook us up with
Lee's a
London
good
Real.
fucking man.
We got a few people that intern for London Real, but you know we give them little tests first, and see how 90% of them fail those little tests.
This is business. Listen, I got 2 lessons for you, and this is a lesson that I tell people all the time. Then I got to go eat something. I'm dying.
Yeah, no worries.
If you look at I got to take this real quick. My uncle. We're gonna go to the Dodger game. Tío, tenemos que llamar. Vamos para el Dodger game esta noche o no?
Rarely hear him speak Spanish.
El amigo mío lo puede conseguir para hoy, pero dame 15 minutos y te llamo para atrás.
Like a donut shop.
Que esto es una entrevista. Okay, bye.
Go ahead, cousin, one Tio or Primo.
Oh, that's my uncle. That's really my uncle. We're gonna go to the Dodger game with Felipe. So he thinks the tickets are all sold out. If you fill out an application for a job, In most cases, there's a box. In that box, it says, answer the questions if the box has been checked. Get 100 of those applications, start a phony job, and have 100 people come in and see how many people will check that box without you checking it. I had a friend, I remember I was at my friend's deli when I was 12, where I used to put in the numbers, the football sheets,
Right.
and I remember giving them sheets. And I remember when I was there, all these people kept coming in. How like to here for apply for the job? I'm here to apply for the job. He had a sandwich place in Hoboken. And I go, bro, where the fuck you been? He goes, Coco, I'm here 20 hours a day. I can't hire a good employee. I go, what are you talking about? I've been here an hour. You've had 10 applicants. He goes, hold on one second. He came back and he showed me the applicants. And he goes, the last 10 you saw, one of them didn't fill the box. He goes, once they fill the box, I can't talk to them. So if you can't listen.
Right. Yeah.
There's people in this town that'll come up and blah, 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 but they won't listen to the immediate fucking thing. They won't grasp it. They don't want to do it. They want to do their own thing, and that's not what it's all about. There's a system, and there's a pattern, and you stick to it. Like you, today you showed up with that. That made me so much happier.
Okay.
Because I knew you had a beginning, a middle, and ending. You have a direction. You know, anybody who thinks they're going to wing it off their fucking mind, that was me when I was 35. I just go down there and wing it. Really, bitch? Wait till you see those 200 set of eyeballs staring you down.
No, I got here early. I wanted to set up because I knew you like people that don't waste your time.
No. I you know, and that was the thing. I look for certain things in people. I look for them myself. When I'm preparing my day, I'm like, what do I want people to, to want from me in this situation? How would I act? And I never understood people's business sense. In LA, we have a town. You go to Hollywood right now, and you're driving down the street, and there'll be 4 people backed up in a car, and you go, what's going on? There's somebody, and you'll drive around. There's 2 people making out. They don't even care to pull over to let you. They don't even think about people here. I can't live like that. I have to think. Put a blinker on. People in this town won't put a blinker on. It's the rudest fucking thing in the world. Me, I wish I had a Cadillac, like an old 70s Cadillac. I'd blast them all with their BMW. That'd be the end of that fucking thing. You ever get hit by one of those 1970 Cadillacs? Not a dent. They're real American metal.
Yeah.
It's not that fiberglass now, but you can't do that. I see people that don't really give a fuck about other people. They really don't. They don't care. I see people pull up here and run in, and there'll be parking spots open. That's because her husband's a director. So she thinks she could do something like that. In my neighborhood, somebody would tell her once to move her car and then open-handedly smack her in the fucking face. Go get your husband now. See what he's gonna fucking do. But people do that here. I told Lee on the podcast a couple weeks ago, I was in a rush one night. I went to the Bank of America. Some fucking kids pulled up to the Bank of America, the drive-thru, got out and took money out of the ATM machine. And when somebody said to him, hey guy, come on, they said, fuck you. And I seen the guy punch him in the fucking face, New York style, and knock the guy out. Then him and the girl were crying, looking for the police, asking me to call the police. And I told him, no, he got what he deserved. He don't care about people. This is what you get. This is what you get. This is what I got growing up. That's what you got fucking growing up. I mean, now people know. So I try to treat people how I like to be treated, Lee has been an addition that I cannot. He's up early, he's prepared, I'm prepared.
You could just tell Lee always shows up.
Yeah, Lee's
Like,
always...
When I listen in, it's like, I know Lee's there all the time. He probably never canceled on you once, right?
No. He knows that. And I've never canceled. Why? This is for both of us. We have nothing else to do, Sometimes he has to talk me into shit. He talked me into a live podcast last week.
Right.
A month, 2 or 3 months. Let's do it. I thought he wouldn't be ready. He was ready. It was like anything else. I thought that he didn't know what it was like to have 200 eyeballs looking at you. A lot of people don't add that into consideration. You might be funny here in the office in the morning, but wait till you got 200 savages looking at you that paid. They don't want no stories. They don't want to know that Lee doesn't know about this. They want to know that Lee's going to handle the fucking spread.
Well, for people that don't know, I didn't just roll into town and just bumped into Joey. I think I emailed you first maybe a year ago when you were at Beauty and the Beast. I remember I invited you on London Real. You said you didn't have a passport. And then 6 months ago when we were out to see Rogan, I was trying to get in touch with you.
And you got Eddie.
Oh, yeah, we got Eddie.
Right.
That was awesome. But we couldn't get in touch with you then. I stayed in touch with Joey. I made a video just for you that I posted on YouTube. It was me in a graveyard in London. And I was like, Joey, I know you're like a hustler. I'm a hustler. If you can spend any time, we'd love to have you.
I wanted to do it. It was just, I don't have Skype.
Yeah, no, we don't do Skype anyway.
And if
So
I'm doing Skype for you, I gotta do it for everybody else.
yeah, exactly. Well, I don't like Skype.
Yeah, I don't like
You
it.
need a real conversation.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
and then I got to town, and Joey's like, "Look, I don't do anything until Sunday nights." It's like, all right, no problem. Hit Joey with the email, and so for all you kids out there, I'm making it look easy, but you just gotta stay determined, you know. And it's the same thing when people want to come on my show. And if they keep hitting me every week, finally I'm like, okay, this guy's motivated. So I'm like, I let him on the show. So.
Well, I mean, there's a different thing with determination. You have a lot of people that are determination. They're just fucking crazy. A lot of people are fucking crazy.
You saying I'm crazy?
No. You have an award-winning podcast. People know about it, you know. I read every week. You send me an email and let me know about your guests. Okay. You have interesting guests. I can't tell you. I listened to it. I listened to it in the beginning when you sent me, but it's been a while. I listened to Eddie's, you know. Okay. I think Joe had you on. I listened to you when you guys were on Joe. Okay. And that's why I knew you guys legit. I mean, if I went on every podcast that fucking hit me up, I wouldn't have any time.
I can only imagine how many requests.
And I feel bad because if you do one, you got to do them all. And I know what it's like to be a lower level guy. So I know what it's like to get elevated by doing some of these podcasts. But I did one a month ago, and Jesus Christ, the one day I came home and Twitter, the whole message thing, on messages inside, where, hey, can you do mine? And some of them weren't even pertaining to what I do. You know, a lot of them were like wrestling. I don't even know, but it was like, and I get flattered, but I know for a fact that if I do one, I have to do 30 of them, and I don't have the fucking time of the day. You know, I don't have the time.
Get ready for some more tweets after I put this up.
Oh no, I love it. I love all this. You guys really work hard.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people don't realize about podcasting. That you work every Monday, it starts all over again. And that's what people don't realize about life anymore. Every Monday. I don't want a job that I just go in on Monday. That wouldn't do nothing for me. I'd be back in jail. I wanted something that every fucking day I had to do something all over again. And nothing reminds you more of that than this. What we're doing right now, we have to, you know, you just can't do I love people who do a podcast and put on iTunes and go, nobody listens to it. I've had people contact me 80 times. Can you mention my podcast on your thing? It's not going to do nothing for you. Because I watch you for a week and see what you're doing. I'll click on and follow you for a week just to see what you're doing. You mentioned it one time. You're that special. You know, we're dealing with knuckleheads. You got to mention it all the fucking time, you know. I got a new one for you. You know, they're busy. They have our life. I don't know how many times I come home and I'll open one of your London Real emails up and the phone will ring. And now I come off and click it. Your email's dead. Your email just fucking died.
Yeah.
Because now, by the time I come back, I'm going to get 8 other ones. And I'm going to go to yours, and it's already open. So in my mind, I already looked at it. And that happens all the time. People get pissed at you, you know. So it's you have to, Twitter, you have 3 different time zones in Twitter. You have 80 different time zones, but you have the morning, you have some people that are late afternoon, and sometimes people react to tweets at midnight.
Yeah.
You'll tweet something at midnight. People just coming in from work or partying. It's the first time they open up the computer. There's a lot of people that just react to Twitter on Sundays. Did you know that?
Yeah.
How many times have you said something on Twitter and all of a sudden you see a retweet on Sunday? Because that's when they first saw it for the first time. They look at your timeline or whatever.
And I'm 8 time zones ahead.
8 time zones.
So I got
ahead.
all that in my head. I'm like, oh shit, who's awake in LA? Who's awake in New York? Who's awake in France?
So it's not fucking easy what we do.
Well, I just want to let you guys know I'm a big fan of the show. I just when I hear that music coming on when I'm walking out my door in London, England, and I hear like some jam, I always love the music as well. It really makes me happy. And a lot of guys are like, Brian, why do you listen to this show? I was telling Lee earlier, I'm a MIT grad. I worked in finance on Wall Street for 10 years.
Did you really?
I do London Real. We had, a Harvard professor on 2 weeks ago. We have members of Parliament and English Parliament on our show. But there's something about your show I love, and maybe it's the realness, Joey. I don't know what it is, but it's just something that really resonates with me. And I know you guys are just going to go really far with it. So
thank you very much.
Just
I hope you have success with your
guys.
show.
All right.
You know, listen, man. I'm a salesman, and I could wake up at 5 and take an article about Mars. I mean, if you want me to, I could get online at 9 at night, the night before I do a podcast, and get an article on Mars or something I have no care about in the world. I could do this for you people. And I could get a political article about a cutback of a loan or a grant, and I could dope it up to make you think, well, that's the only thing I care about in this world. And you could go, wow, we never knew that about Joey. You know what? I would never do that to nobody because I have no care for it in the world. This morning I talked about animals. That's a care I have, you know? I really care about. They're in front of me. I can't control politics. I'm an ex-felon. What am I going to do? I'm going to meet you and talk to you about what? What Cheney did or whatever? Let's talk about what we could control. That's all I could do. And that's why with my podcast, yeah, it's a little outrageous sometimes, and we talk about some subjects, but it's real. One of my friends came out from Jersey about 7 years ago. That's a full-time criminal gangster, and he got his life together. He runs a car dealership in St. Louis. And we went to eat, and we were at Dan Tanner's. And I couldn't believe how loud he was. Loud. And I kept thinking, like, I was embarrassed in front of my wife. And when they got up to go to the bathroom, I looked at my wife, and I go, that motherfucker talks louder than I do. And she looked at me without beating, and she goes, but he ain't lying. And I couldn't believe that my white wife from Tennessee accepted this guy, because she goes, at least he ain't lying. You know, everybody else would walk on. Great to see you. Oh, my God. At least he ain't fucking lying. So that's my motto for life, man. I could be fake and you can like me, or I could be real and you can not like me or appreciate what I do for doing what I'm doing.
Amen. All right, well, thanks so much, Joey. Appreciate it, Lee.
Thanks
for hanging out while we're doing this.
This fucking guy. You still high?
No, I'm fine now.
Oh, my God. When I got here, how red were his eyes?
He seemed a little high when he got here, but I've never met Lee before.
I called him. I go, tell him I'm going to be 5 minutes late. I go, where are you? He goes, I'm here already. I go, oh, my God. Poor Lee. Poor Lee.
I told you you didn't want to do it.
All right, I'm closing this out. Thanks a lot. And,
Thank you, brother.
We'll get that passport sorted when you come to London. Stop by the studio.
I'm coming to London. I'm coming to London.
We'll let them know you're going to come.
You got a toothbrush? We're coming to London.
All right, peace, guys. Thanks.
Thank you.
Lee, I can get you on camera a little bit. There's Lee.
Welcome to London. Population that we can really appreciate how much more peaceful the world is today. This is true in the scale of homicides, where, say, in Britain, an Englishman today has about 1/35 the chance of being murdered as his medieval ancestors.
Fascinating stats.
It's, yeah, and it's a surprise when you see.